Like hakuna matches zingine zenye zimechezwa? Hizo zenye zimepeana walkover. Ladies walipeana.
Ladies, sasa sisi ni ladies pekee. Tunaongelea about
One, two, mic check. One, two, mic check. One, two, mic check. Walter. Walter. Nikolai. Bulu. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a match between the Githurai Cheetahs men and the KCA men. The Githurai Cheetahs men and the KCA men. The KCA University men playing. This is the fourth match of the day. The fourth match of the day, and we're going to be having the Githurai Cheetahs, who are currently standing at position 2 on the table, meeting the standing at position 2 on the table, meeting the KCA University. Meeting the KCA University, and that is, we are having 1 point. 1 point on the side of the KCA University. That is the mighty Hosea being sent to the bench. If you're just joining us now, this is a match between Githurai Cheetahs and KCA University. There is a technical point there in favor of the KCA University. We are having jersey number 1 of the Githurai Cheetahs, Tobias, going for a raid. He managed to get a point, sending one defender, jersey number 6, to the bench. The Githurai Cheetahs men, we are having Tobias Moridi, Roger Somondi, Mishak Murage, Anthony Nganga, Alex Tito, Hosea Miget, Kevin Ocheng, and Charles Ocheng on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. Another point awarded on the side of the KCA University, sending out the mighty Tobias of the Githurai Cheetahs. That is Calvin Ocheng manages to get a point, and he claims a point. On the side of the KCA University, I'm having George Mkia, jersey number 6, Samson Dala, Amos Livingstone, Tofi Kipruto, Eugene Jeremiah Aunga, and Ricky Suiza. Those are players on the side of the KCA University. KCA University we're having an official timeout there, an official timeout that is a referee trying to see what happened. Was the player like safe, or is the player not safe? Just tell you that we are live on our social media platform, that is at Kenya Kabaddi Union on Instagram, at Kenya Kabaddi Union on Facebook, and at Kenya Kabaddi Union on YouTube TV. This is a match between the Githurai Cheetahs and the KCA Wolves. This is a match between the Githurai Cheetahs and the KCA Wolves. It is the fourth match of the day. It is the fourth match of the day, this being week 20 week. This being match week 20. Match week 20. Live at our social media platform, that is at Facebook, Kenya Kabaddi Union, Instagram at Kenya Kabaddi Union, and YouTube at Kenya Kabaddi Union TV. This is a match between the Githurai Cheetahs and the match between the Githurai Cheetahs and the KCA Wolves. Remember, the KCA Wolves is a team led by the mighty Jeremiah Aunga, who is currently not on the map, and the Githurai Cheetahs is a team led by the mighty Roger Somondi, who is currently playing wearing jersey number 2. We are having young and amazing players on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs who have played for the national team of Kenya. That is Tobias Moredi. That is Calvin Ocheng. We are having Osea. I can see we're having Tito. We are having Mishak and Anthony. These are amazing, amazing young players who you can only get to watch and see them here at Kasarani Indo Arena. Or you can watch them at our social media platform, that is at Kenya Kabaddi Union TV. It is an official timeout. It is an official timeout. We're waiting for our umpire of the day. That is our mighty umpire of the day, Isaac Oduor. That is the timeout. We can see our referee going to see if the raider was out or the raider was safe. Was the raider out or the raider was safe? This is Kabaddi. And it is a raider out. It is a raider out. 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. We're having Tobias going for a raid. That is Tobias going for a raid. Tobias Mored, with jersey number 1 of the Githurai Cheetahs, a young player there. He tries a kick and he gets a point. He tries a kick and he gets a point, sending one defender out. Sending one defender out. We're still having Tobias Mored for a raid. That is Tobias again for a raid. He tries a kick, tries a stretch. He decides to go back home with 1 point. He decides to go back home with 1 point. That is jersey number 6 of the KCA Wolves. That is George. Oh my God, that was quite a good tackle from Tobias. A combination tackle. Remember, you have not seen raids from Tito. You have not seen raids from that is Calvin Ocheng, and now we are having there Calvin Ocheng raiding. That is Calvin Ocheng. He sends a defender. He sends one defender out. Sends one defender out. That is 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. Jersey number 1 of the KCA Wolves managed to get 1 point, sending Tito outside. Sending Tito out of the match. And now we are having Mishak going for a raid. That is Mishak. That is Mishak. He should be careful. That is my Wood Kwambao Super Tackle activated. My Wood Kwambao Super Tackle activated. My Wood Kwambao Super Tackle activated. And that is 1 point. 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. Remember, we are live on our social media platform. That is at Kenya Kabaddi Union on Instagram, at Kenya Kabaddi Union on YouTube, at Kenya Kabaddi Union on live. You can catch us live. You can catch us live here at Kasarani Indo Arena. That was quite a good match. That was quite a good raid. That was a jam, but it was at Anthony to the bench. And finally, we are having Roger Somondi going for his first raid. That is Roger Somondi going for his first raid. And he managed to get a bonus plus a point, bringing back Tobias. He managed to get a bonus plus a point, bringing back Tobias Moredi. Bringing back Tobias Moredi. We're having our first review of the day, that of this match. Having our first review of this match, that is a review trying to. The defenders are claiming 1 point. The defenders are claiming that the raider was out, and the raider is claiming a point plus a bonus. It is raider successful, a point plus a bonus in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. Few minutes of first half. This is a few minutes of first half, and you can see that the KCA are controlling their game. The KCA are controlling their game well to make sure that this is the road to playoffs. This is a road to playoffs, and each and every person is fighting for a spot. Each and every person is fighting for a spot on the playoffs. A bonus point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. A bonus point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. A bonus point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. Remember, we are live at our social media platform. That is at Kenya Kabaddi Union on Instagram, Kenya Kabaddi Union on Facebook, and Kenya Kabaddi Union on YouTube TV. Tobias, that was Tobias, and Tobias Moredi was taken down. That was a good surprise tackle. He did not see that coming, but he had no choice. And it is my Wood Kwambao super tackle activated. My Wood Kwambao super tackle activated, and it was successful. 2 points in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. That is 2 points in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. That is Mishak going for a raid. That is Mishak going for a raid, and that was Mishak. He was taken down. Mishak was taken down. He was told that Mishak was taken down to the bench. It is again my Wood Kwambao super tackle activated on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. My Wood Kwambao super tackle activated on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. There, he decides to go back home and defend. And now we are having just Roger Somondi and Jose Miget on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. Jose Miget and Roger Somondi. Roger Somondi manages to get a defender out, managing to get 1 point, sending a defender out. It is a raid. Having my Wood Kwambao super tackle activated on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. My Wood Kwambao super tackle activated on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. The raider should be careful of Roger Somondi. The raider should be careful of Roger Somondi, Calvin Ocheng, and Jose Miguel. These are amazing players, amazing players in the field. Now we are having Roger Somondi going for his other raid. He was taken down. That was a good one. Roger Somondi being sent down to the bench. That was a good one. And we're still having my Wood Kwambao super tackle activated on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. We are having Calvin Ocheng. We are having Jose Miguel in the field. It is 2 against 1. It is 2 against 1. He should be careful. He should be careful of Calvin Ocheng. He should be careful of Calvin Ocheng. And oh my goodness, that was Calvin Ocheng being sent out to the bench. We're having Jose Miguel. We're having a looming all out on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. We are having a looming all out on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. That is Jose Miguel, who is a purely defender. Jose Miguel, who is a purely defender, going for a raid. Jose Miguel, who is a purely defender, going for a raid. And he managed to get a bonus plus a point. He managed to get a bonus plus a point. That was Jose Miguel of the Githurai Cheetahs managing to get a bonus plus a point. My wood Kwambao super tackle activated. My wood Kwambao super tackle activated. He should be careful of Osea Miguel. There, it happened. That was Osea Miguel. 2 points in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. 2 points in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. That was my wood Kwambao super tackle successful. My wood Kwambao super tackle activated. That was a raid from Anthony Nganga. That was a raid from Anthony Nganga, and he manages to get 1 point, bringing back Tobias Moredi. And then Nganga bringing back Tobias Moredi. There was a looming all out. There was a looming all out, but the Githurai Cheetahs said, we are the Cheetahs, and we are not going to let that happen no matter what. You should be careful. Raiders should be careful of Osea Miguel. You should be careful of Tobias Moredi. Now we are having Anthony Nganga going for a raid again. That is Anthony Nganga 4 against 1. 4 against 1, and he managed to get a point. That was 4 against 1, and he managed to get an easy point. Having a raid there. Oh my goodness, that was a good follow back from Tobias Moredi, making sure that the defender is out. Making sure that the defender was out. We are having Mishak going for a raid, and that is Mishak going for a raid. He managed to get 1 point, sending managed to get 1 point, sending a defender home. We are having a looming all out on the side of. We are having a looming all out on the side of the KCA University, and the looming all out. There we go. We have an all out in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. We have an all out in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. That was a good display of game from the Cheetahs. They just come back from protecting the all out to happen, and now they decided to make the all out. We are having that is Meshak managing to get 2 points. That was Meshak managing to get 2 points, sending 2 defenders on the side of the KCA University. The KCA University students had started well. The KCA University players had started well. I don't know what's happening to them again. They shouldn't give up because this is just the first half of the match, and we still have another 20 minutes dance. That was a good trade from jersey number 12 of the KCA University, managing to send 2 defenders out. Send 2 defenders out. The referee is saying 2 defenders. The players are saying no. It was just 1 player. It was just 1 player, but the referee is saying 2 players, and as you all know, referee's decision is always last. But the referee finally said it was just 1 point. That was 1 defender was sent out. That is Anthony going for a raid. That is Anthony raiding. That is Anthony Nganga. Anthony Nganga going for a raid and managed to get a bonus plus a point. Anthony Nganga managed to get a bonus plus a point. Managed to get a bonus plus a point. goodness. That was a good block from Tobias, but the Raider was not his match, so the Raider managed to get 2 points, sending 2 defenders out to the bench, and that was the right corner of the KCA University managing to send a defender out to the bench. You could see his thigh hold. That was a good thigh hold. We are just having 4 against 1, and he manages to get 1 point, sending Calvin Ochieng out to the bench, But we're still having Roger Somondi, we're still having Tito, we're still having Jose Amiget in the field. Jersey number 6 raiding. Is it one player out? Is it one player out, or what happened there? That's our referee of the day, Isaac Odor. Our referee of the day, Isaac Odor. The main referee of this match, that is Isaac Odor. We're having Tobias going for a raid. Oh, it is halftime. It is halftime change court, and we're having the KCA University with 7 players. That's a full team with 6 players in the field and 4 players on the side over. The Githurai Cheetahs. 4 players on the side of the Githurai Cheetahs. This is an amazing match here to watch, and if you're just joining us now, remember this is a match between the KCA University, that is a team led by the mighty Jeremiah Aunga, and the Githurai Cheetahs, which is a team led by the Rogers Omondi. It is an amazing day here, being that this is a week match. This is a match week 20. We are live here at our social media platform, that is at Kenya Kabaddi Union on Instagram, that is at Kenya Kabaddi Union on YouTube, and Kenya Kabaddi Union on Facebook. You can also find us Twitter. We also have our Twitter pages, that is at Kenya Kabaddi Matches. This is the place where you're gonna be seeing teams like the Githurai Cheetahs. This is the place where you're gonna be seeing teams like the RDU men. This is the place where you're gonna be seeing teams like the KCA University playing here. That is Jeremiah Aunga is not playing today, despite the fact that Jeremiah Aunga is not playing today. Suiza is not playing today, but the young boys there in the field, that is the likes of Kina Eugene, are doing good work to ensure that they are protecting what they have and they are protecting what they can do. You know, this is a road to playoffs. This is a fight to playoffs, and everyone is trying to fight for a spot on the playoffs. Everyone is trying to fight for a spot in the playoffs. We are at halftime. This is the 4th match of the day. Remember, we had our ladies match in the morning. That is the Kayole Embakasi Divas and the UON Tigress. The Kayole Embakasi Divas and the UON. Now we are going back. That is just after halftime, and you can see that our umpires are right there. That is Isaac Odur, to make sure that we are getting the amazing results we deserve. Ready for the 20 minutes dance. Ready for the 20 minutes dance. That is ready for the 20 minutes dance. We are having the KCA University in the field. We are having the KCA University players in the field, and we are having the Githurai Cheetahs players in the field. We are having a time with the referee. We are having a time with the referee. That is, he's trying to make sure that the players who are in the field before we went for halftime are the same players who are in the field when we come back after halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 20 minutes dance. A 20 minutes dance that is being that this is the second half of the match. We're having Tito going for a raid. That is Tito going for a raid. Left cover. The left cover was going to get him. 4 against 1. 4 against 1. That is a 4 against 1. Oh my goodness. He tried a low escape, but unfortunately the defense was so stiff, was so tough for him, he couldn't pass from there. 5 against 1. It's 5 against 1. He tried to block him, but remember, this is Rogers Omondi. He's not easily blocked like that. He's not easily blocked like that. It is Raider out, defender Selva out. That is a 1-1 in favor, 1 point in favor of the KCA University and 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. 1 point in favor of the KCA University and 1 point in favor of the KCA University. Having Tito going for a raid. That is Tito going for a raid. He tries a stretch there. You can see the leg movements. You can just tell that he is a player who has been training so well, but unfortunately, that was a Raider save. That was a Raider save. That was a Raider save. The defender decided to give the Raider an easy point. Defender decided to give a Raider an easy point. Jersey number 4 of the KCA University there. He tries a raid. He gets 1 point, managing to send Tobias Moredi out. Managing to send Tobias Moredi out. Rogers Omondi going for a raid. That is Rogers Omondi. He tries. That is Rogers Omondi. He should watch his kicks, his straights. He gets a point. There is a looming all-out. There is a looming all-out on the side of the KCA University. A looming all-out on the side of the KCA University. That is Jose Amiget. That was Jose Amiget trying to block a Raider, but a Raider managed to get 2 points. The Raider managed to get 2 points. He said that he is not easily blocked like that, and he's a good, and he knows his strengths, he knows what he can do, and he's sure of what he can do. There is a minor injury there. There is a minor injury. We are having a minor injury, but we have amazing medics here at Kenya Kabaddi Union. We're having amazing medics who are here to make sure that you're getting the good services, the good health services you require. The good health services you require as a player of the Kenya Kabaddi Union. That's Tito going for a raid. That's Tito going for a raid. He should be careful. He should be careful. He should be careful of unfortunately, the defender was taken out. That is our defender out, 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. That is Calvin Ocheng going for his raid. Calvin Ocheng, that is Calvin Ocheng, and he was taken down. Calvin Ocheng was taken down. It was 1 against 4, and the defenders managed to send Calvin Ocheng to the bench. And now we are having Mishak in the field. We are having Anthony in the field. We are having Osiami Gate in the field. We are having Rogers Somondi in the field. And we are having, that is Anthony Nganga in the field. That's Tito going for a raid. Jersey number 5 of the Githurai Cheetahs, that is Tito. He tries a toe touch. He should be careful. Tito should be careful. I just told him to be careful. He was taken down by a surprise tackle. He did not see that coming. He did not expect that. That was a good tackle from Mishak, a good block tackle from Mishak. Mishak is doing so well. Mishak is doing so well in terms of raiding and defending. Mishak is doing so well in number 1. Remember, Tobias Moredi is a good all-rounder. Tobias Moredi is a good all-rounder. He is a defender and a raider at the same time. He's a defender and a raider at the same time. And Tobias Moredi manages to get 2 points. That is one defender self out and a 1 touch point. That was a nice back hold. That was a nice back hold from Tobias. That was a nice back hold from Tobias Moredi. That was a nice back hold from Tobias Moredi. You see the skill he used there. You saw the skill he used there. You saw his skill he used there. This means that the Kenya Kabaddi future, we have a future, because if these are the amazing players we have, then it is an all-out. It is an all-out in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. This is the second all-out. It is an all-out in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs, and this is their second all-out. You're having Calvin Ocheng going for a raid. He gets a bonus point. That is Calvin Ocheng getting a bonus point. He confirms it. He goes back home with a bonus point. He decides to go back home and defend. Jersey number 8 of the KCA University going for a raid. Jersey number 8 of the KCA University going for a raid. He should be careful of Tobias. He should be careful of Roger Somondi, who is at the cover right now. He should be careful of Hosea Miguel, who is also at the cover right now. And that is Tobias managing to get 1 point, sending a defender out. Sending Eugene out to the bench. Oh my goodness, that was a good block from Mishak. That was a good block from Mishak. Managing to get a raider out, 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. Now we're having Tito. That is Tito raiding. You can see the steppings. Tito out. Tito out. That is 1 point in favor of the KCA University. Oh my! That was almost a good escape. That was almost a good escape from Eugene. That was almost a good escape from Eugene. But the Githurai Cheetahs said, we are the cheetahs, and this is not happening when we are here. Tobias going for a raid again. That is Tobias Omondi going for a raid. He was blocked. That was 1 point awarded. That was 1 point awarded. 1 point awarded in favor of the KCA University. That was 1 point awarded in favor of the KCA University. And now we're having he raids, he tries a bonus point. He gets a bonus point. He gets a bonus point. And that was a bonus point in favor of. Bonus point in favor of. Bonus point in favor of the KCA University. That is Tobias has given a substitution. That was a substitution. And that is Tobias out. Defender self out of bounds. Defender self out of bounds. That is 1 point in favor of. Defender self out of bounds. That is 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. That is 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. And now we are having fresh energy there. That is fresh energy. Jersey number 9. That is Charlie. It is my Wood Kwambao Super Tackle activated on the side of the KCA University. That is Charlie. That is Charlie. He tries. He gets a point. Charlie manages to get a point. That was my Wood Kwambao Super Tackle was activated. And that was Josie 1 out of the bag. But I don't know what's happening to the KCA University. I don't know what's happening to the KCA University. It is like they did not mark the field. They did not mark the field because most of them are out of bounds. It is 1 against many, 1 against 7, and the Raider was out. That was an all-out. That was an all-out in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. That is the third all-out. This is the third all-out in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. That's Tito going for a raid. He gets a bonus plus a point. Tito, he gets a bonus plus a point. That's Eugene. He gets a point. Eugene gets a point. An easy point there from Tito. An easy point there from Tito with just 5 minutes remaining with just 5 minutes remaining for the match to end. And Meshach, and that was Anthony, jersey number 4, managing to get a bonus plus a point. Managing to get a bonus plus a point. He should go back home and defend. I'll advise him to go back home and defend, and that is Meshach. That is Meshach with a good follow back. Official timeout there. This is an official timeout there. This is an official timeout there. An official timeout there. That is our ref of this match. The ref of this match, that is Isaac Oduor. Isaac Oduor. This is an official timeout, and you can see that we are having 7 players on the side of the KCA University, and we're having just 4 players in the field on the side of 4 players in the field on the side of the KCA University. Charlie on the red again. That is Charlie on the red. He tries a stretch. That is a raider out. Sounds like a loose can. That's Eugene. He should be careful. That is Eugene, and he should be careful there. He tries a stretch. That is a raider out time. Raider out of time. He overstayed his rage. Raider overstayed his rage, and that is a defender out. A raider out of bounds. 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. That is Calvin. He managed to get a point. Calvin managing to get a point. That's Calvin managing to get a point. That was 1 point in favor of the KCA Wolves. 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. We're having a looming all out. with just one player on the side of the KCA Wolves. Less than 3 minutes remaining. Less than 3 minutes remaining for the match to end. Less than 3 minutes remaining for the match to end. Less than 3 minutes remaining for the match to end. That's we're having Eugene. Eugene going for a raid. He should be careful. He should stretch his hands. That was a tackle, angle tackle from Mishak, jersey number 3, but unfortunately it was not successful. Tito raiding. Oh my God. That was a good tackle from Eugene. That was a good tackle from Eugene. That's Calvin on the left corner. He should be careful. He should be careful of Calvin on the right corner. Calvin on the right corner, and there, Calvin managed to get a point, sending a defender out. That was an angle hold. That was a good angle hold from Calvin Ocheng from the right corner. That is Eugene raiding. That is Eugene raiding. Hey. That was 1 point in favor of the 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs. You should be careful of Mishak. Should be careful of Mishak, and that is it. 1 point in favor of the Githurai Cheetahs again. Match over. That is a match over. Match over. That is it has been a match between the KCA University men and the Githurai Cheetahs. The KCA University men and the Githurai Cheetahs, and the Githurai Cheetahs men won the match. The Githurai Cheetahs men won the match. It was an amazing match. It was a good match, a good to watch and to remember, with full of skills. You can see the likes of Tito, the movement and the use of the skill. We are right here at Kasarani Indoor Arena every Saturday to bring you amazing and thrilling matches. I've been your commentator.